It's good, and we're all tied at 7
Hold him,
apiece.
Check it out. See if it works.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage.
Yo, lame ass. Fuck on with your big lip ass, your fat lip ass, your swole lip ass. Bitch, you look like a gallon of milk. Bitch, your gallon of whole milk face ass. Bitch, fuck on with you, your brick face ass. Bitch, fuck on with you. Gucci man looking at, bitch. I wish I had brick face ass, bitch. Your fat lip ass, saggy lip ass, bitch.
Set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't
Shut your lame ass up, bitch. That's swole ass lip, bitch.
Runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Dick lip ass, bitch.
2nd down, Kamara. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And down right around the 37.
That was so lame. Yo, boy, I cut grass. What the fuck wrong with you, boy?
1st and 10.
Get your John Deere face ass. Fuck wrong with you, bitch. Yo, John Deere face ass, bitch. Fuck wrong with you. Get back on that motherfucking, ride that motherfucking tractor, bitch. Fucking grass cutting ass, bitch.
There's got to be one positive to that.
Fucking farmer trade, bitch.
Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Breeze. That is caught.
Oh,
Ted Ginn, 35 yards, and the Saints have taken the lead. What's good on the extra point? Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Lutz now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over.
Don't let him run it. You gotta shut him down. You gotta hit that nigga with that fucking dog pound. Try some new shit. Let's fucking go, bitch!
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Howard.
Stop that fuck
from
shit!
The 25,
Stop
they
that
work
fuck
this
shit!
to the 29, a gain of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partners, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Stop!
There, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Set the turn, defense. No. Whip. Watch the whip.
On the give, running right is Howard. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Wentz.
But we coming hard! He fucking Jay!
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Wentz now to throw. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, 51 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Elliott good on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. Able to slither by. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check. Check.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Breeze on 3rd down. Open man is Michael Thomas. First grab for Thomas. It's good for a first down as well. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. That'll bring up second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
No. Opposite.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Breeze picked off by his former teammate, Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. To throw is Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Check, 47. Cut.
On first down, they run with Howard. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
47 Mike.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. To throw, it's Wentz. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. On the ground, Kamara. He gets away from one. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to air this thing. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 39 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Wentz. And that's incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wentz to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by Patrick Robinson.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They do go for it. It's Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, 59 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Shedding the tackle. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Check it back. Check your kill. Switch it. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there out of Kamara. 48 yards on the ground.
First down, Saints.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Breeze. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Easy.
On third and long, it's Breeze. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
21. Mike, 53. Hey, Haywood. Check back.
Breeze going to go on 4th down. And that's caught by Smith. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll run it with Kamara. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2nd and goal from the 1. Breeze going to sneak it. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and fighting for the end zone? He lost the football. It's out. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Throwing on first is Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side.
Not about watering! I'm fucking shit up!
The 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of
Ski, get there, fuck nigga. Just the right nigga at the time.
It's now on first down. It's complete. It's Sproles.
Get there, fuck nigga, Ski!
Just a 1-yard pickup.
You already know where I'm coming.
And that'll make this a second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. This pass complete. Wins to Hurts.
Come here being all quiet.
Six-yard gain gets right around the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Again, it's Wentz. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an
He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take.
Ski, where you at, boy? Don't come in on that quiet shit, boy. I'll run down on you, boy.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Man 5-7. Hey, 5-7.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. And it is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On play action, it's Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Switch. He's coming.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right?
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taking it in for the yard out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do. And caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Demario Davis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches
under pressure again, and down he goes again. Demario Davis able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's going to let it fly. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Cook's got it. Touchdown Saints. Jared Cook there to make the grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wentz going to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check 50, check 50. 40, 82, 40.
Now Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. This is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 8 yards out, and the Eagles get a score closer. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
Come on. Look at that shit.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Philly.
Incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Houston Texans. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. A run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. 11 yards there, first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Stafford throwing on target to Jones. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Back to throw, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, Charlie, you gonna see me in your...
Again, it's Stafford. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And some space here. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, 36 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. So they get the ball on the opening drive. They take it in for the score.
And how about setting the tone right away? Everyone talks about wanting to do that, but you always hear it in every locker room. First 5 minutes of the game, who's going to set the tone? Who's going to take control? Guess who just did?
Well, now on the next drive, when you score that quickly or you're scored that quickly against, probably feel like you need to respond.
Yeah, without a doubt. In other words, you've actually put the pressure even more so on your opponent.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. 3rd and 2, Watson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. They go play action here on 1st down. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The end result, 21 yards. Now it's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Watson now going to run the option right. And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Watson forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all it does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Watson with a give to Miller. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. He's going to go up top for the end zone, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. After the penalty, it's Miller. Dances by him. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the right side here with Miller. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Watson. And he's got it. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Watson flush to his right. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there as they are now on the board here in the first half. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded. But there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skill players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in, but the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Stafford here. Looking end zone for Jones. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Stafford. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Zebra, 280. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Stafford on first down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. To the air again, Stafford. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They keep it with Miller on first down. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Now a
first down throw, Watson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Steps away to his left. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Devon Kennard coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Here we go on 4th. Watson being chased out left. He's going to look deep in zone for Hopkins. And this is going to be incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Lions will take over. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown.
You tell them no, they boss us. Give them something straight.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call? Is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Shit. 32. Begin.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
C.J. Anderson of the game. He gets it here. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
What you think I'm finna do?
I don't fucking know this. I forgot.
Hey, Delta. Let's go now.
Again, Anderson.
Huh?
He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. C.J. Anderson, 41 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. A loss of 2 there, second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Told you fucking yes, right?
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. There's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
So don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not
wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
They begin the drive with Johnson. A gain of 3, second down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Alert! Go 20!
They go to Johnson again. A gain there of 21 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a second and long.
Alert!
Rap. 41, Mike. 41.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And able to work his way down to the 16. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Hey, man, watch the booth.
First down, here's the run with Anderson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Toss play. This is Anderson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, Johnson. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 27-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Watson. Now a desperation throw, deep depth. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT. An 80-yard touchdown, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
Chill about it a bit.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Yeah.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll return this
one.
When I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game, for here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Michael, set! 280! Right, 70!
A first down carry here for Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming.
I just bought another salad bonnet. I whipped so hard, I whipped that ass. I whipped it, fuck, nigga.
As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Stafford. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line.
Here we go. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, You know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.
Damn, my simple ass. All the way up. I don't know what Josh is doing, but I know my brother work. You should have been back, look. I'm in the fucking kitchen. You got them Oreo birthday cake cookies so fucking good. Why could they let her know how to get? They ain't got no the chicken sandwiches. Why could they let her know how to get? They ain't got no chicken sandwiches. Fuck she get mad for, bitch. Can't get mad because they tell you. Apparently that's what you wanted if you fucking drove off. Okay then, Apex everybody. Now we're all together. Apex 3!